Okay, folks, here we are at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Well, it's only John and myself tonight because other people have things to do. I was talking to Dave, the beer professor, and he said he was having some. He was only able to use his phone, and he says it's really irritating to use that cell phone in his case, and he said trying to watch it through the phone drives him crazy. So you just check it out later or something, you know, when he gets all his computer stuff set up. Jean-Pierre wanted to join us tonight for Warsteiner, but he said he would have to drive over about 50 miles to get it if he wanted to get it for a decent price, and he could buy it in town in Mobile for $10.99 a six-pack. He said, I'm not paying that much. And I said, I wouldn't pay it either. Now, you got a big can, what, 16.9 ounce?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're looking at Warsteiner Premium Verum, and it's me, Louisiana Beer Reviews. Yeah, I know there's a lot of glare from outside. If I shut the curtains, then it'll be dark. And, well, maybe if I shut one of them. Let's see. This might help. And then I have John from Zone 1. Beer reviews, and I don't recall seeing those cans, because usually I'll try a beer from a can or a bottle to see if they're different. Usually they aren't really, but sometimes they are.
I picked these up in the in Louisville at the Liquor Barn, 4-pack for $5.55. So,
Man,
I think the bottles was maybe $8.99, something like that for a 6-pack, but I prefer the cans.
that's the price here for the 6-pack of the bottles, $8.99. You've had this before, huh?
Last time I had this beer I checked was in 2011.
Good grief.
So it's been a while.
It's been a while for me too, I have to say. We had the Dunkel a little while back, and we really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an Oktoberfest beer. I believe that's in their local store here right now. I don't know if you've had their Oktoberfest beer.
No, I never have had their Oktoberfest.
And I know they make a Radler, and they make a lot of stuff that we don't get here in America. It's that kind of company, you know. They distribute different beers to different areas. Now, they said the same family has owned this company, Warsteiner, since 1753. So they're heading toward 300 years.
Yeah.
It used to have a different label. You remember, it used to say in German, the queen of all beers or something like that, but they kind of simplified the label. It's 4.8%. It's got a Best Buy date, guys. It says November 25th, 2016.
Mine's August 17th. So that's not too far out. So.
Oh, you're a little past it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in a can, that shouldn't matter too much, huh?
I wouldn't think so. I don't think.
Now, from what I was able to figure out, premium Verum means like the premium original one, you know, something like that. My German viewers might be able to correct me. They say the ingredients are water, barley malt, hops, and hop extract. So you have the 500 milliliter, and I got the 330 milliliter, right?
Yep.
So, I guess that's all to say about it. Start rolling with it. A lot of people will comment to me, they'll say, I would love to join these examinations, but I can't get home in time. But if you do it too late, then it's hard for the people in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
But at this time of the day, it's hard for the people on the West Coast to join. So.
That's pretty early out there.
Yeah, it's only 4:30 over there. It's hard to work it out. But, ooh, that's a pretty head of foam.
Yeah, mine's staying pretty good. So.
Oh, and I was talking to you off camera about how I think there's a couple of stores around here that sell those keg packs.
Yeah.
Draft,
Are they 3 liter? I believe there's 3 liter kegs, right?
like a little, looks like a little mini beer barrel.
Yeah.
It's got a spout in it, and you can put it in your refrigerator and have draft beer out of your fridge.
Yeah. I think in Louisville you can get them little mini kegs of these. I don't think they're real expensive. From what I remember, like $29, something like that.
And interestingly, I've never actually bought that for any beer.
I've only had one. It was a German beer. And I can't remember what it was, but I was at somebody's house and they had one. We drank out of it. So.
Oh, one more thing. I was at a store today, and they had Natural Light. You know how they got the new labels?
I seen the new labels the other day, and I wish I'd picked one up, and I didn't.
They had 2 quart bottles for $3.
That's pretty good. I've still never seen the Natural Light though in a big bottle, a big 40.
Don't see them in 40s, but we get the quart bottles. But they had a special 2 bottles for $3, and which to me is a good deal. And we get Coors Light in the 40-ounce bottles around here, and Budweiser in 40-ounce bottles, and then of course all your malt liquor and type stuff like that. So this looks like a pretty standard type pilsner, right?
Yep, it does. Looks real good. A lot of carbonation.
On their website. Oh yeah. Now, if we look tired, it's because I was trying to sleep last night, and I woke up at 2:30. This is a funny story. I said, let me go to the bathroom, but watch me not be able to get back to sleep. So I laid back down, and for over an hour, I just laid there. And I was like, I know I want to be sleeping. You ever have that happen?
I've had that happen many times. Many times. It's just you're wide awake. Sometimes I'll even just get up. I'll just get up and stay up.
I thought about it. Now, if I'd have been trying to stay up to watch a movie, I wouldn't have been able to keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
But since I wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
Let's see. According to their website, quality hops. Our company only purchases and processes quality hops that meet our strict quality requirements. The special combination of bitter and aroma hops is unique. I don't know if that's really unique. I think a lot of companies do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a key component of the well-balanced, mildly hoppy, or they say mild hoppy, Warsteiner Premium German Pilsner. Here's what they say about their barley. Top quality barley from German areas and from Champagne, France. Is obtained thanks to the golden color is obtained thanks to none other than the finest ingredients. So, hey, they're telling us it's the finest. Then they use special soft water called from the Kaiser well. Huh?
It says on the back, brewing water.
Yeah, they say it comes from a spring.
Yeah.
Albert Kramer Sr. discovered the Kaiser Quell, the Kaiser Spring, at the edge of the Arnsberg Forest, close to the Voldpark Brewery of today. With a water hardness of only 1 to 2 degrees, the water is especially suitable for brewing beer and contributes to the beer's wholesomeness. The Kaiser Quell soft water, which still to this day feeds the Warsteiner Brewery's water tanks, was crucial for the huge success of the beer from 1927. And let's see, original gravity is 11.6%. Let's see, carbohydrates or calories. I'm looking for calories. I don't see that. Maybe it's on the bottle. Okay, well, anyway, enough blabbing. Oh, grapefruit. They're showing all these beers that they have grapefruit. Okay. What do you think about the aroma?
I think it smells pilsnery. I think it's got just a little bit of a lemon smell to it. But you can definitely smell the malts and a little bit of the hops, but the lemony, whatever that lemon is, kind of gets me a little bit. You get that?
Let me see. Or let me smell. Yes, I think so. And a little biscuity or cracker. You know, the biscuit in the aroma, like if you smell them, and they have you know how sometimes the biscuits will have that flour on the top?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Or maybe, well, to me it smells really fantastic. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that just to be trying to promote this video. I just think it smells good.
Smells really good. And, you know, really with the hops in it, the malt is the first thing that gets you besides that zesty, lemony smell. But, you know, usually sometimes a lot of beers the other way around. The hops is what you smell, and the malt's kind of what you taste. But in this, it's almost kind of backwards a little bit. It gives you more malt smell with the hops kind of in the back.
Yeah, and I think when you taste it, you might already have, you're going to love this hoppiness. It's a true German Pilsner, and it does have some of that grassiness and lemony aspects. You're lucky you got the 500 milliliter. I feel cheated.
But, you know, I mean, to me, it just smells like a tremendous beer. I mean, it smells like a good Pilsner beer, I think. So,
yeah. Now,
I enjoy a good Pilsner beer.
Remember how much we were bragging on Pilsner Urquell?
Yeah.
I guess that one's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, but I think this Warsteiner is definitely a little bit better than the Urquell, I think.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
You like it?
You better check your friend list on Facebook. It probably just dropped about 20.
But you know, I for 4.8%, I like it. It's a solid smelling beverage. I don't think it's a premium German beer. I'm sure it's made by the German purity law. So
It sure is.
But
You think about the taste.
yeah, I think the taste is tremendous in this. You know, before we get to that, you know, this has been around since 1753. I wonder if the recipes ever changed.
Wow.
Over the years with this. I would think it'd have to.
Yeah, because they weren't even making Pilsners until Pilsner wasn't even invented until 1842.
Yeah.
So they were probably making other kind of heavy lagers and Keller beer and land beer and probably some ales. But you know, when Pilsners came out, that was like when light beer came out in 1975. That changed the whole beer scene.
Yeah.
Pilsner came out and it just revolutionized the whole beer world, you know, because it's so light and crisp and biscuity, and it's got pretty good hop bitterness. Don't you find the IBU must be pretty high on this?
I'd probably say high, but not overwhelmingly high.
No, it's not hop stupid.
I wouldn't. My guess, if I was going to put the IBUs or something, I wouldn't put it much more than maybe 13, 14 to most.
Oh no, I gotta say it's got to be a lot higher than that.
Oh, you think so?
Man, I'm picking up so much bitterness right now. I'm thinking it's got to be around
4.8%.
I think it's got to be 25. And I think on the Cyclops scale, it's probably maybe 5 out of 5 hop cones. But Cyclops scale does it a little different now.
Yeah.
I got to look that up. This might be listed on the Cyclops scale. But I know it's going to be high. I think it's a lot of people I know, a lot of beer drinkers I know, like the people next door that are dedicated to Bud Light.
Yeah.
They're probably drinking it right now as we speak. They would say, oh, this thing is so bitter. They would hate it. I'm telling you, they would hate it. And a lot of Miller Lite drinkers, you know, a fine Pilsner beer, they would think it's so bitter. But even though it's triple hopped, it's so low.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat this beer, you know. It says, I guess I'm wrong. It's 28 IBUs.
Ah, what did I say? 25.
25. I just think you double mine, didn't I?
We got to start placing bets.
Well, no, hang on a minute. There's two of them on here. One of them actually says 19. Another one says 28.
I'll go with the second choice.
There's 19, there's 28. But one of them's for 4.8 and one of them's for 4.9. So
I'm going to say it's 28. Now, let's see. Cyclops scale. Well, the body is medium, light to medium, huh?
oh, I'd say more on the lighter medium side than I would the solid medium.
Yeah, that's why I said between light
Yeah.
and medium. Let's see, Cyclops scale. What is all of this? Let's see, Cyclops scale beer. Folks, if you don't know about the Cyclops scale, I say you should look it up. That's a more streamlined way of describing beer. Well, it finishes pretty darn crisp, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm very crisp.
Oh,
I mean, you can definitely.
I'm picking up a little honey. I know that's got to be coming from that barley, and a little lemon.
Mm-hmm. But I think the hops and the malts are pretty well balanced in this. There's not really one on the taste that's overtaking the other one. I mean, they're pretty well balanced, I think. But I can definitely understand where you're coming with the honey, and I think it's a little bit of that zesty lemon in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see here the lacing on this. I mean, it's got definitely lacings hanging around on it.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Now, I was talking well, I don't want to get into all that, but about lacing. But would you buy this beer again?
Yeah, for that price point, sure would. Yeah, even if it was maybe just a little bit higher. Yeah, I'd definitely buy this beer again. I'd like to buy the 6-pack of bottles. I've never had this in a bottle. Only 2 times I've ever had it's been in cans. So
we get the 6-pack of bottles here. I was at Mathern's grocery store today, in fact, and I looked and it was a sales tag, and it was dang, they said no beers listed as Warsteiner are on their website. Heck. They said that it was $8.99. That's a good price, $8.99 for a German, high quality German Pilsner beer, 6-pack.
You're not going to, if you buy you're not going to pay that for probably one craft beer Pilsner here. Right?
For one?
Yeah.
Well, let's think about that. A craft beer Pilsner. Oh, like the one I have in my fridge, Cigar City Lager. What do you think that costs for a 6-pack of cans? Cigar City Lager.
I've had that, and that's pretty good. That's a pretty good lager. I don't know, probably $15, I imagine. I've never paid for one. I've had them a few times, but I've never paid for it.
Let me get off this. That's kind of high. Now, how do you think? Now, you say you find this tastes better than the Pilsner Urquell.
I think so.
Would you be offended if I went and grabbed another can of beer? I mean, a can of beer?
No.
Okay, so we both agreed we would buy it again. I think this beer is great. Now, the first time I reviewed it, I don't know what my major mental problem was, because I was saying, it's all right, it's kind of dull. I do not believe that it is dull. I have to retract my original review. This beer is not dull. No way this beer is dull.
And, this is one of those beers that you can honestly, I think the more it warms up, I think the more taste you're going to get out of it.
This is one of those beers that what?
I think if you can drink them warm, not this room temperature warm, but I think that they warm up a little bit. Most beers, if it warms up, you get almost a different taste out of it.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like your typical adjunct beer where you've got to drink them ice cold.
Right. It can stand a little warmth.
And, I've seen people compare these, well, this has got more taste than your Bud Lights, your Miller Lights. There's no comparison to what this beer is to those beers.
Yeah, and those are not designed to compete with this. I mean, anybody that believes that, you need to think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
I think this beer would go so well with like a Reuben sandwich and some like homemade potato chips, maybe
I think
German potato salad, or could be. But
I'm not a big Reuben fan, and I probably just lost some people again. I may be down to zero for this thing's over with, but I'm a big club sandwich guy with homemade fries, and I think this would go real good with a good club sandwich.
Oh, well, I'll agree with that now. And I think it would go well with onion rings.
Yeah.
People say onion rings. Oh, well, yeah, or fried fish. Mm-hmm. Or a whole lot of other things, by the way.
But really, wouldn't you like to go to a restaurant, sit down and eat, and see beers like this on the menu?
Yes, I sure would. And somebody told me they did. Somebody was shocked. I think it was, who was that on Facebook telling me? I went to a restaurant and this was at the, on the menu. It was, I think it might have been Thomas A. Molina. I said, well, that's a shock. Oh, well, here's a beer that will make a lot of enemies for a beer drinker and make friends at the same time. So you might lose 20 friends on Facebook, but you'll gain 20.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, get ready.
Rolling Rock, yeah.
It's the new can. I bought it, but this can's got a few little imperfections, so I guess I'll have to go buy it.
What's the difference between that one and the old one?
Many differences. Well, you know I collect cans as evidence.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of cans, but I've got some Rolling Rocks around here someplace, but I don't know which shelf, or they might be in a box.
I will tell you a lot of differences. First of all, they don't have the lattice work.
Okay.
It's got a rope around the Rolling Rock, which they did on some other cans. It's got a different type of waterfall. It's got all this shadow artwork of water. It's got a whole different backside description.
Okay, yeah.
And the green is different. It's like a foil green. It's like green, like you get on that gift wrap foil.
Yeah, so that's not actually on the can. That's one of those heated up wraps. Is that what that is?
Oh, no. This is a regular old pint can.
Okay.
That you get at the grocery store.
Yeah, but have you seen what I'm talking about though, where the cans now come up with that plastic wrap, heat wrap thing where it heats them up?
You mean
maybe they don't have cans like that down your way?
Like what a lot of craft beer companies have?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the cans where it's like an adhesive sticker on it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
No. Yeah. I have some in my fridge. But this is a regular old can, but it's a different green. It's that foil, gift wrap foil.
Yeah.
It's almost like it glows, you know. So I had to buy it for my collection, but unfortunately it has some imperfections on it, like a scuff mark. I got it out the ice cooler. And so I'm going to have to go, and I'm sure Anheuser-Busch would be glad to hear this, I have to go and buy a whole 6-pack, I think. I saw it at one store for $4.99, a 6-pack of these pint cans, which to me is not bad.
That's not bad for a 6-pack of that Rolling Rock. See, my brother, that's all he'll drinks, Rolling Rock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's all he drinks.
Now, some people might be about to say, wait a minute, hold on, back up. You're about to compare Rolling Rock to Warsteiner Premium Verum? Obviously, I am not. This Rolling Rock does not match up to that in any way. But on the other hand, I don't think it was designed to. Oh, yeah, this is a really weird-looking label. It's like intentionally broken up. They're trying to make it look like it's deteriorated. You know how a sign, the paint will start chipping off?
Yeah.
They're trying to make it look like it's from 1939. But as an adjunct lager, I think Rolling Rock is really good.
Oh, I do too. I really enjoy it. I enjoy one every once in a while. And I might buy one every once in a while. Because we can buy them here in big 16-ounce cans, singles. So.
Yeah, this single cost me 97 cents after tax.
Yeah.
Which is not bad, 97 cents for a single.
Yeah.
After tax. Okay, so we did the Warsteiner. Well, it's only 2 of us now. We didn't have a whole big group bragging on it, or could have been some dissension, you know. Now, you You want to talk about what's coming up?
Yeah.
Maybe this week we took the high road. Next week we're taking the low road. Well, folks, get ready because we're gonna look at Rockdale Light.
Rockdale Light.
From everyone's favorite store, Walmart. Actually,
Yeah, I was really surprised at the amount of people that could not get this beer at Walmart.
I checked on the Walmart website yesterday, and it said, this beer is out of stock in your area. You might hate Walmart, okay, but I'll tell you one good thing about them. You can plug in any product on their website. It'll tell you if it's available right now in the store where you live. So it said, no, it's not available. They might have cut it because it didn't look like it was selling too well. You know how beer drinkers are. Even though it was $11.76 a suitcase, they might have said, I ain't buying that stuff.
Well, I will tell you this. I don't know if they got it at Clarksville Walmart because I tend not to frequent the Clarksville Walmart very much. But I go to one over there by work in New Albany, and they had 3 cases of it left the other day when I was over there, and I bought 1 case. There's 2 cases left, and they marked it down to $9.99 rollback price, and whoever it is there works in that area. You know, I said, ask them about that Rockdale Light. I said, do you guys sell any of this? I said, I know you've only got 3 cases left over there, and she goes, yeah, we sell the crap out of this here.
Oh, okay.
Keep it.
Okay, so if it moves, they'll keep it. If it sells, they'll keep it. I'm thinking it's made specially for Walmart by City Brewing. You just within the last literally hours, not even days, tried those new craft beers at Walmart.
Yes, they're pretty good, and I hope they take off. I mean, I think.
Which are not sold here, but I bought them in Florida City. I bought a 12-pack in Florida City.
I got, I bought the 12-pack, and I give my buddy one of each. I shared one of each with some friends. I got one of each left to do reviews on. And I'm going to probably start Sunday, start those up. I've got a couple more I definitely want to do for them, but I think they're pretty good. I mean, for where they're made and for what they are, I mean, they're a little watery. They're a little on the light side, and but they're very crisp, clean, and enjoyable. I call them almost like a starter type, as a starter type craft beer.
That's what Tom, the beer whisperer, said.
Tom said that on there. Yeah, he made the comment about the about being the micros, and I said, I believe they're kind of on that same line a little bit, and then he come back in good terms and said, you know, it's a good starter craft beer, and I believe that's what these would be.
Yeah,
honestly, I've had a couple of different, the Belgian white, and I believe one more, I believe an amber or a pale ale. I mean, that they make for Aldi's. That's pretty close. I'm not for sure you could sit down and pick one over the other. I don't think you could do that in a blind taste test.
Oh, okay. Now, you know, Genesee can make some awful stuff too.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff they made for Walgreens.
Yeah. That Big Flats was terrible. But that not Big Flats. Big Flats was actually made by City Brewing, wasn't it?
No. It was made in Rochester. I have a can right here. It was made in Rochester by Genesee. But you know, on the label, it said something like, you know, they had come up with these fake names. You know, oh no, it was Rochester. I have a can.
Okay. I thought if you get on City Brewing site, it shows City Brewing makes that. Big Flats.
I don't think City Brewing lists any of the beers they make. All they say is, if you get on their website, they just say stuff like, you should have your beers brewed at our facility, you know, and then they show you why you should make a contract with them, and they brag about their facilities. And obviously, a lot of people have agreed that their facilities were good because look at all the beers that are made at City Brewing in Latrobe, the old Rolling Rock Brewery, and Memphis, Tennessee, the old Schlitz Brewery, and in La Crosse, Wisconsin, the old Heilemann's Brewery. Look at all the beers that are made there. Genesee Blonde Ale, American Lager. I'm sorry, Genesee Blonde American Lager. The Sapporo beers. Heilemann's Special Export. Apparently, they're going to start making some more. Pabst Old Tankard Ale. After all,
they're going to start making some more old brands for Pabst.
Some other brands for Pabst. So obviously they can do the job, but they also make some horrendous stuff that
it's ungodly.
Yeah, like what is that one? Pit Bull malt liquor.
I've never had that.
Yeah, but that's an example. I've had MX malt liquor, and I've had stinking.
See, they make
other malt liquor I bought down here. Oh yeah, what is that one? It's so bad. I said, damn, this beer is bad. And I was like cursing, damn you, City Brewery. City Brewing, it was, I have a big 40-ounce bottle over there. People wanted to pay me to send it to them. I said, you don't want to pay for this, but go ahead, keep talking.
They make some pretty, they made that beer 30 light. You ever have that?
Oh, yes. It tasted like store brand grape drink and roofing tar.
Now, I don't believe they make the big flats anymore, do they?
I don't think so. Thankfully, they stopped. Here's what I bought. Nighthawk.
I've never seen that.
Oh, yeah. I bought it right here in this town. This thing here is so bad. It's got a cheap-looking label. It's got a crummy cap with nothing on it. And it's right there, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Melanie Brewing, the infamous Melanie Brewing.
Hang on, I'll get you one here. Hang on a second.
People have made that stinking Beer 30 Ice, which I have right there. Well, folks, this is not about us ranting and raving about horrible beers, but Warsteiner Premium Verum, a great beer. Buy it if you can get it for $8.99. Rolling Rock, not a great beer. Never was a great beer, although I think it has been improved in the last 10 years since Anheuser-Busch bought it. It used to have a weird chalky taste, and it's not chalky anymore. But, you know, it's a decent beer to have when you're just hanging out like we are talking. So if any hell, I forgot to enable the question and answer. I always do that. I forget. And people tell me, I wanted to make a comment, but I forgot. It's too late now. What now?
Back about 10 years ago, they made one called a Rhinelander Light.
Rhinelander. Oh, my goodness.
Rhinelander. And I'm going to tell you, it was $5.99 for a 12-pack. And I bought, yeah, my can doesn't look quite like that, but
this is not the light. This is the regular one.
Regular. And my God, I can't find that can. I just had it the other day. And, oh, my God, that was probably one of the most god-awful beers I ever drank in my freaking life, dude. Just nasty. You couldn't hardly get it down.
That's a sad story because that's Joseph Huber Brewing in Monroe, Wisconsin. And what happened was that family sold their brewery and it got bought out by Minhas. They can make good stuff because that's where Dixie beer comes from. But they make their money off of the dregs of the beer world. They make the most horrible stuff. I'm looking at cans all around this room from those, no, I can't say it on the internet. Those people, like Jaguar malt liquor. I mean, that's one of the few beers I've ever dumped down the sink. Jaguar malt liquor. Oh, man. I was so depressed because the hurricane hit, and then I got more depressed when I drank that beer.
I've never had that.
You are so lucky.
I wish he was down there. I would have brought back some of the malt liquors that was down there. I'm probably pretty fortunate. Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Where?
When we was down in New Orleans.
Well, look. They tried selling that filth down here, and nobody would buy it. they tried selling that stinking dog bite high gravity malt liquor for $10. I mean, for 10% alcohol. Nobody would buy that trash.
Mm-hmm.
The malt liquors that are popular down here are the ones that are actually credible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw 40 ounces of the Colt 45 a little while ago, you know, with the Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty enjoyable beer to drink, you know?
Yeah.
Now, you, on the other hand, were in the French Quarter, and what did you buy? Four Loko Gold. 14% alcohol. What is your experience with that? Because I never heard your feedback on that thing.
I drain poured it, man. I couldn't do it.
You drank any of it?
I drank maybe about a half a glass full and drain poured the rest. I couldn't do it.
It's terrible, huh?
Now we get it here.
14% alcohol, and it tasted like.
It just tasted like high octane Jolly Ranchers almost.
Stomach turn.
It just wasn't there for me. I've tried drinking a couple of those Four Locos, and I can't do them.
Because you don't live under a bridge.
No, I'm just not a fan of the taste of them. They taste like Jolly Ranchers.
I've had the infamous Stack, which is about 12%. Nightmarish. Horrendous. You saw my videos with Camo, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I went to the inner city of Detroit, to downtown Detroit, and I bought 3 big, huge cans of Camo. Yeah, watch those videos. I went berserk. I slung the beer against the fence.
I had to watch that.
I cursed the company.
Now, I know. I seen
About sick for 3 days.
I seen Jeff Lyons post on Four Loko on Sport Regular Ass Beer, and he said he got it all down. I said I couldn't get it all down. Said you're a good man. I couldn't do it.
No, I made a terrible mistake. 6 years ago, I was in right outside Philadelphia, and then we'll end this video, folks. Right outside Philadelphia, and I was in this place. I said, oh my goodness. And they had a product called 4-0 Street Legal. 40-ounce bottle. I said, well, it looked like mud. I said, well, I'll buy 4-0 Street Legal malt liquor. It was a brick wall with graffiti on it. That's how the label was written.
I've seen those bottles, not around here, but I've seen them on groups and stuff.
I threw the bottle away because every time I looked at it, I had flashbacks. I'm telling you, I drank the whole thing because what I did was I kept it in the fridge, and every hour I would take a sip. There's no other way you could drink it without throwing up.
Now, I don't.
Look, I felt sick for 3 days. For 3 days, I felt sick. Now, what a quality product.
I was. Let me get this out for you. I met my wife Friday for lunch, and I was after lunch was over. I was coming back on 264 there in Louisville and turned up on Preston Highway. I thought, well, you know, I'm gonna hit some of the hole in the wall package stores up there. So the first one I went into, first time I've ever seen this one here. It was a 24-ounce can, Jay. It was called and you probably had it. I don't. Milwaukee's Special Reserve.
Oh no! Don't even say that word in front of me.
I bought it. It was with tax. It was $1 and a nickel with tax.
I'm so traumatized by that product.
I thought, you know, anytime I see something new or different like that 24 ounces for $1 and a nickel, I had to try it. I've not had it yet, so.
Is it the ice version?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Ice. Milwaukee Special Reserve Ice. Oh.
I don't think it's upstairs in my other refrigerator.
You better
I think put it Special Reserve.
Oh, the regular. You better put it in that freezer, and you better expect the worst. Hey, but look, this guy that I just talked to today, I talked to him literally hours ago. His name is Chris. He's the bulk merchandiser for Anheuser-Busch in my district. He said, you can use my name. This guy tells me, Four Loko Gold, hey, that's pretty good. I drink it all the time. I said, are you crazy? I said, you're going to tell me you get off of work and you buy a 24-ounce can of Four Loko Gold and you drink it? Oh, yeah. Sometimes I buy Earthquake. I said, oh, man. I said, there are people that buy this, John. They drink it and they enjoy it. I could not get over it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that buy it, and like you said, they enjoy it. I mean, and it's people that you wouldn't really, you know, like the guy you're talking about there. I mean, yeah,
that's who distributes Four Loko in this area of New Orleans. Anheuser-Busch, Southern Eagle, their distributor distributes Four Loko. Their distributor comes in with a Four Loko shirt, beautiful golf shirt.
Yeah,
Four Loko. I said, how can you come in there and wear that shirt and have self-respect? He said,
but you know, I can't knock it. I mean, because I drink different beers, and we all drink different beers. You know, to each his own. I don't prefer them. I mean, I'm not going to turn them down if they're free, but I don't think I'll jump out and buy one, just like most people won't buy a lot of stuff we buy. So, I mean,
no, I cannot go there. I was in the I was in that corn store today, and I saw Four Loko, and I was like, that will never happen. No way. I'm not going there. I don't need that in my life.
I might try to get through the whole. How many do they make? Like 10 or 12 different kinds of.
Oh yeah, it's like. Why do we even talk about this? We're supposed to be doing Warsteiner Premium Verum, and here we are talking about Four Loko Gold. Hey, folks, that's what happens when you're tired. Hey, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to buy Four Loko Gold, run from that. But if you ever get a chance to buy Warsteiner Premium Verum, buy it. You will love it, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's good beer. Price point, you're not going to go wrong with this beer, I don't think.
No way. No way. All right, so enough.
Unless, you know, what we give for it, but I think in other areas it's a little bit more expensive. So
yeah, I wouldn't go higher than $8.99 though.
Probably not, no.
No. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and everybody have a good, safe evening and a great weekend.
Later.
So long, folks.
Yeah.